That really was an awesome spot. Unfortunately, the fog has moved in. When I first woke up, I could see blue sky, and I can still sort of see blue sky. Looks like the smoke may have lifted, and then the fog rolled in about an hour later. This was an excellent spot, all except for some reason at 2 a.m., a truck decided he was going to show up. All of a sudden I heard this crunching of branches and the lights were shining into the tent, and then he was there for a minute and then saw that I was camping and then backed up. Because you can't turn around on this road, he spent the next 20 minutes trying to back up, and I could hear him crunching through the bushes. Not how you want to be woken up at 2 a.m. Other than that though, it was perfect. I'm all packed up, so all that's left is to show you guys the road out of here. I think we may actually clear up and be able to see something once the fog burns off. This felt a lot more treacherous going down, though it is sandy. Ugh. Whew! I think that's the toughest part. Nice. Okay, success. Few sketchy moments for me, but overall, I did it. Didn't dump the bike, and now it's a total of 1,200 kilometers to Happy Valley, Goose Bay, Labrador. Obviously, we're not going to do that today. I wonder what my odds are of finding a cappuccino. Como. It's a fairly big town, so I should be able to find a cappuccino. Look at that, you can actually see blue sky. Hey, Como's not as big as I thought. Oh, there's some guys learning how to ride. Nice. One coffee shop, but it's closed. I just spent a few hours at McDonald's doing some work. The only place really to get a coffee-ish thingy. So I'm just gonna get some fuel and some supplies, food supplies, to head up north, as we'll be back to some remote roads, and then we'll start the trek towards Labrador. Funny story, when I was changing the tire up in Radisson, I had a rag and I couldn't find the rag. Anyways, I just found it. It was down the vent hole of my pants pocket. And I also found a packet of hot sauce from last year. There's always something. Turns out my super gas can is leaking and leaked all over my stuff. Luckily, they're very kind to stack all the containers and get a new one. I don't really think I need it, but if I want to do any side roads off the main road, I want to make sure that I have enough. It's around 300k or so between gas stations. Shit. Okay, I sufficiently screwed around enough to make it to almost noon. Walmart didn't have anything. I had to go to IGA. Then I remembered I had to hit up the liquor store, because I've been burning through the Jack Daniels at night. Anyway, I've mapped out a hike 350k from here. We'll see how the route goes. If I can camp somewhere around there tonight, maybe get an early start on the hike tomorrow. 5 more minutes I would have avoided the rainstorm, but I got a little soaked, and so now I'm gonna go eat and dry off. Stupid jacket with it's got the dumb cuffs, but also the stupid pockets. They don't have a zipper, they just have that Velcro flap, and the flap always flips inside. So my pockets were filled with water. And my phone, every time it gets a little damp, the stupid charging port won't let it charge because it says it detects moisture. Meanwhile, I've had it like with a hair dryer for half an hour, so I know for sure it's dry, and it still doesn't work. Anyways, there's a dam right here. I'm gonna fill up with fuel, and then we'll go check out the dam. Ah, there was a guy like right behind me, and he said he didn't get wet at all. I got my pockets full of water. Phone is all screwy. Now it's super muggy because of the rain. So there's a viewpoint I can go to up the road. I'm not going to do a dam tour. There is thunder now. Am I going to get nailed again? I'm going to have to batten down the hatches. I'm going to get poured on. This is the Maniac 5, the Manic Dam, under the threat of a downpour. There's the dam. I was trying to fly the drone, but because the stupid phone keeps saying the charging port is wet, so I can't connect it. And the thunderstorm in the background, probably right in the direction that I'm going. The storm looks like it's right where I'm going, so I've half battened down all my zippers. After all that, getting myself organized, the battery dies on the camera. Here we are at the base of Manic 5 Dam. Okay, it's just after 5. 35 kilometers to the start of the hike I'd like to do tomorrow. The weather does not look good. There's only Wi-Fi that you can find at these little gas stations. And it definitely looks like rain, probably overnight. Défense de passer. But it's like a old abandoned cabin. A sealed door. Government du Quebec. I'll be able to go down in, jump in. There's enough sunlight to dry out some of my stuff. I'll even set my tent up right here with the tarp covering it. I'm contemplating seeing if I can, once I unload, get the bike under cover. This will be the true test of the thermocell, because the black flies are brutal. So we'll see if it works on black flies or not. I may have to break out my bug net. Easier if I didn't have all these black flies attacking me. And just like that, garage parking. Now I'm really covered in these black flies, and I have to go jump in that gross lake. This is definitely not as cool as yesterday's spot, but I can only hope that it's not a leach field lake. water's super warm. Ugh. Looks like I'm leech free. Now I just gotta get myself into my little mesh tent. That thermocell does nothing for black flies. Absolute nightmare. Anyways, there's my tarp for the rain tonight. That's probably gonna come. I gotta get under my little net cover to eat. Other than that, I'm being eaten alive. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. First time I've used this net on this trip. Sure is handy. All the staples that are necessary. French bread, turkey, chicken. I think I even have a tomato in here somewhere. Yep. And, of course, a nightcap.